Reverting to Islam is definitely the best decision of my life, as even before I reverted, I was a heavily anxious person. I cared a lot about what people thought of me, as in my younger years, I was not necessarily bullied, but I was definitely picked on a lot of the times when I was simply just, I guess, being me at the time. Was I quite immature back then? Yeah, probably. Like just as every young person is. But I didn't realize that that carried on into my adult life, and I naturally became quite a closed off person. I didn't realize I was such a closed off person, but I became severely closed off. Even though I thought I was a quite a open person, my body language and how I would speak would say a entirely different story. I guess being an atheist back in the day felt like all the problems I had inside of my life was my fault. To a certain degree, that is true. Yeah, of course. But I just felt the burden of the world on my shoulders, that I have to do everything. I must do that. I must do this. I still have a problem to this day of like asking for help. It mainly just stemmed from my childhood and seeing my parental figures always doing things by themselves, I guess, and not asking for help. So I naturally carried on that habit. But of course, you can see how that habit can negatively affect you, as humans are imperfect and you need to ask for help at times. Ever since I've reverted to Islam, and thing is, I've reverted to Islam with zero knowledge. I basically reverted knowing that Muslims can eat pork, Muslims pray 5 times a day, and that Ramadan was a thing. That is literally all I knew. But for the first time in my life, it was like this sense of calm and certainty. As I used to be a extreme overthinker, I used to think of every single situation. Like I could have a 20-second conversation with someone, then I would overthink that for days. So in my first time in my life when I was thinking of doing something and it brought me the most calming sense, the most calming sensation. And I never had this was the first time I'll say in my whole entire life where I felt so certain in this decision that I was going to make. And Lord, and behold, I was right. I reverted in last year of June. And honestly, I can say that this has been the best 8 months of my life in terms of how I think, how I feel, how I act, my my worldly views on life. Like I even remember one of the first like 2 weeks when I reverted. It was like the world was just so beautiful. Like I was just like walking around town in my place, and I was just so gobsmacked. Like, wow, everything is so beautiful. This guy has cool shoes. She has a cool hat. He has sick drip. Like I could only see the positives for like one whole day. My meed of approval for people has significantly gone down, as man is imperfect. Subhanallah, Allah is perfect. Alhamdulillah. Honestly, like that I was even exposed to this in the first place. Because subhanallah, my life has generally changed. Like, alhamdulillah. Like I'm so grateful that I can even like breathe. Like I used to take so much things like granted. Like even like waking up in the morning is such a blessing. Like just being able to even like breathe itself is such a blessing. And I feel like a lot of things we kind of take for like granted. Because alhamdulillah, like I get to wake up for the past 21 years and get another chance at life. While there's sadly wars going on, Gaza, Palestine, even in Ukraine, people are going through such like hardships. While I was complaining back in the day that like I didn't have like I don't know, just complaining about the most stupidest shit. If I'm being honest, ever since I reverted to Islam, I've been internally grateful that I even have like a bed, like I have drinking water, like I have a PC. I have so many things in life that I'm grateful for, and that I always had. I just became aware of it. But honestly, if you're ever thinking of reverting to Islam, I generally say just go for it. It generally changed my life and made me a 10 times better man and person.